Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and coin factory family? Welcome back once again to another daily live stream where we are seeing a very bullish market. We are seeing green across the board. Bitcoin surpassed that key level of resistance at 70,000 and is now valued at $73,000. ETH at $2,100, XRP at $1.45, Solana up to 92. Casper is still hovering in and around 3.19 cents or 0.031, up almost 5% on the daily time frame. But you're seeing a lot of strong volatility in the market, which is really exciting to see. And now, of course, the question that many people are asking is the bull run back on? Have we just seen a 50% odd correction from all-time highs back in October 10th? And then started the recovery, and now we're about to go into the bull run. In my personal belief, not financial advice, of course, unfortunately, I'm not there yet. I'm not convinced yet. There are certain zones I think we need to surpass before I have the confidence to say that we're going back into a former bull market. There is that possibility because there are similarities to, example, the last cycle where we saw that peak in March. We saw a pullback over the span of give or take 4 months, 55% pullback, and then we saw a gradual V-shaped recovery. And then we saw the double top. There is that possibility. This stream is going to be going through the recent updates, the reasons why the markets are pumping right now, some huge Casper updates as well, and some altcoins that I'm looking into getting into, if not already, if we do see another pullback, which I still think is very plausible. Once more, family, if you enjoy the content, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. Gosu, brother, you were here first. Welcome back, my man. Allow you to LB on the check-in, and everybody else tuning in and watching, welcome back. Stun Timer, welcome back, my man. Hope you're doing very well as well. Now, as we look at the market right here and now, there's one key reason when it comes to technical analysis as to why the market is pumping. If you look at Bitcoin as of February, Bitcoin was comfortably trending and trading between 70,000 and 60,000, or to be more exact, it was more so around 65,000. You saw a momentary dip at the beginning of February, and some momentary dips below here near the end. But for the most part, Bitcoin was trading between $70,000 and $65,000. As of today, as of right now, Bitcoin has surpassed that level of resistance. Is now above 70,000, and that is why you're seeing quite a lot of strength. Why Bitcoin almost reached 74,000 today, and why there's strong possibility you can see that momentum continue for the immediate future. Now, what has caused this momentum? Now, there is the argument of liquidity. We spoke about that a few streams back, and that's a very plausible reason, and it could very well play a factor into it. But there is other factors as well that I think also are more impactful. Of course, those who know me, I'm more the fundamental man, and the news is what helps me analyze the markets. There are two key pieces. I'll say there's three. There's three key fundamental pieces of news that's come out that has caused euphoria and FOMO and belief back into the market. The main one is macro data. We saw on Monday the ISM manufacturing. I posted it to my VIP community. It was at 52.6 the previous month. It was expected to come down to 51.7, so still above 50, but come down. And it came down from the previous, but only a little bit, and it surpassed expectations. So by and large, from the investor perspective, the manufacturing didn't move in 1 month difference. And therefore, there's a strong possibility and belief, therefore, that we're going to start seeing that number increase as we go deeper into the year. The reason why is because previously we had the Federal Reserve issuing quantitative tightening, QT, which had been ongoing until it was cancelled in December 2025. That ended. And now you're seeing the ISM surpass 50 for the first time in a long time, and it's holding strong around the 52 level. As we clarified, as I mentioned to my VIPs, the reason why we suspected as investors why the ISM jumped from the 48 point whatever it was to 52.6 in January was because businesses, small, medium businesses, SMBs, they were front-running Trump's tariffs. They were buying a lot of their stocks and their goods ahead of potential further tariffs that would end up meaning they've got to pay more tax on their imports. Yet the numbers staying the same. The belief of that you'd see a massive influx and then it would quite quickly pull back and you see us go below 50 again. But right here and now, it's staying above 50. That in itself was really, really bullish. And that is why, as you look at Monday, we saw a very, very strong candle on the Monday as well for Bitcoin, up 5%, which Bitcoin once more. That's a very big deal. And we saw a bit of a pullback yesterday, albeit not too strong of one. Just the market's generally correcting. We got into some trades around that time. We had posted a trade in for virtuals at the time, which we had taken our stock. As you look at the market, we have been doing trading in our VIP community. We got into the trade. We did a take profit. You can see the profits actually as I load up the P&L right now in the community here. We did profits. We did a take profit and it got 70% up. That's not in that channel. I apologize. I'm finding it here. That was our trader Lambda putting that in. We did take profit there and we moved the stop loss to break even, which means now it's just not touched it yet. But if virtuals was to reach this level here, it means that it just takes everything out, which means we would have made a little bit of profit and lost nothing. Safe ways of trading. For what we're trying to teach in the VIP, if you want to find out more, take advantage of the market and the trades, join, tune in, and make your gains there. We have been doing very, very well. Our success rate is 80, 90% right now, quite comfortably. We've had only one loss in the past week, and we've put in comfortably about 10 or so trades that we've seen from chart flows and Lambo, and even our BYDFI community as well. The BYDFI team of their traders doing stuff as well. So you want to find out more, check out the VIP link down below in the description. Now, that's talking a bit of a tangent. That's talking about the ISM manufacturing. This is what's happened today, right? We saw Bitcoin now currently up almost 7%. It's doing very, very well. Doing very, very well. There is two reasons for that. One, we have now just received word that the White House has officially nominated Kevin Walsh to be the new Fed chairman, which is confirmation, which is reassurance. It's not just that speculation anymore. It's actual confirmation now that we've got the new Fed chair to be Kevin Walsh. So we can only hope that I'll be reassuring for the markets. But for me, macro was still one of the leading factors for today's pump. Looking at today, we had ISM Services PMI, which went from 53.8 previously, was expected to kind of hover around the same, if not a little bit pullback. It went to 56.1. That is a considerable jump up. And what's interesting as well, and I find this very odd, right? Because as investors, or generally when you look in the market, for whatever reason, people pay more mind and more focus to the manufacturing. Yet, if you do your research, you will come to learn that the total US GDP, 80% of that consists of the services. So actually speaking, this one, by and large, is a lot more important. And this report, jumped leaps and bounds. We're looking at a 2.3% increase. That is insane. And once more, anything above 50 means the US economy is expanding. It is growing. So with that, both ISMs printing above 50, either holding strong or increasing, it starts to play into that theory that Raoul Pal, Arthur Hayes, and many others, and leading institutional firms, what my sources had told me once upon a time, not even now, that we are going into an extended business cycle. This is the crypto cycle didn't follow the 4-year cycle theory, it followed the ISM. Now, in saying that, I'm still not 100% convinced that we're going to be going back into a bull market right now. While we have seen a 50% correction, I am currently under the interpretation that this is still a bear trap. Sorry, a bull trap. Because by and large, despite these fantastic macro reports, the leading headline or the leading news or fundamentals that dominates market sentiment is Trump, tariffs, and the ongoing war in the Middle East. Those sentiments haven't changed at all yet. And in fact, we've been hearing from Trump, there's a good chance we'll see an escalation. So if we see that escalation, we'll likely see a pullback. The reason why you're not seeing the markets impacted too much right now is because, well, retail's become quite resilient, to say at the very least. We've seen 3 odd wars now in the last 2 years. We saw US versus Iran in summer, and now again right now. Not to mention we saw other wars in the Middle East around December time, I'm pretty sure, and then equally we saw a kind of springing up again from Russia, Ukraine. So war is unfortunately a very common occurrence in this day and age, which is sad. But as a result, we are now seeing the market acting a lot more resilient to that, which is reassuring. So to kind of recap all of that, we have broken above a 70k resistance level, key level here. We have got a short trade setup right now in the community, which actually is also in our free trades. If you're part of the Discord server, you can go into the free trades channel, and I have been forwarding some of them, not all of them. You've got a lot more trades taking place right now in the CF trade cycle, part of the VIP, but I'm forwarding some of them into the free trade section as well. And right now we have got a trade setup ready for a Bitcoin short in our strong belief, or the trader's strong belief even, that we're going to be seeing Bitcoin probably end up seeing a reversal sometime soon, as sentiment by and large hasn't drastically changed. We still think it's a bull trap. We'll see Bitcoin come down. It'll find a bottom. We're hoping in and around between 50 to 60Ks, and then our entries will be filled for all the altcoins we're looking into, and we're going to ride this wave to the top with the new Fed chair of Kevin Walsh coming in, with regulatory frameworks coming through, which Trump is now demanding that these banks actively start participating instead of to stop trying to halt crypto, which is what they've been doing. We saw this major update recently, which is also could be a big factor into why the markets are pumping today. Kraken has become the first crypto exchange to gain access to the Federal Reserve's core payment system. That is massive. Kraken has the ability to connect to the Federal Reserve. That's major news, proof of where crypto is going. And, also great for Casper, I guess, in that regard, considering that Kraken is one of the only or few tier ones that does offer Casper and did sort out their own skin. So shout out to Kraken, we love Kraken for that. Unfortunately, though, that battle is still ongoing. You can see from Ellen Terrett here, bank trades are coming out against the Kraken master account approval. Bank policy says that the Kansas City Fed front-run the board's public comment period and violated policy on seeking public comment when it tends to make significant changes to the payment system. And the ICBA, on behalf of the nation's community banks, says they are very concerned by the approval because they see crypto as a risk. That notion is still very much real today. But at the same time, this is for me the propaganda, because while they see it as a risk, they also know that they're adopting the technology. What they really mean by that is we see crypto as a risk to us. There is risk to crypto still, of course. It's still not. It is a risk to anything really, but it's still not all neat and tidy in crypto right now. That's why regulations need to come out. But the problem that banks have right now, and the reason why you're seeing such a massive back and forth between the clarity out between crypto firms and banks, is because crypto firms have the technology. Banks do not. If crypto firms are allowed to offer rewards for stablecoin yields, and banks are as well, but they haven't got the tech to compete with crypto, they'll become obsolete. So they're trying to stop that, to remain relevant, to prevent crypto firms from taking a stronger spot and replacing them. Granting non-bank entities and crypto institutions access to a master account traditionally are limited to highly regulated insured depository institutions, poses risk to the banking system. This for me will blow over. This for me is just once more banks raising concerns. But I think this is probably also a big reason why the market's been pumping today. Strong ISM services. Kevin Walsh now confirmed, not speculated, confirmed now. And Kraken being the first crypto firm to be given a Fed master account, which is a very big deal. So by and large, this is fantastic. And that's why the markets are pumping, and that's why we're looking at a green day, and that's why we can take a momentary breath from all the volatility and just crazy nature of the markets. But once more, family, as we say, don't be emotional. Be logical. We are by no means in a confirmed bull uptrend. We're currently in an uptrend. Surpassing and holding above 70k today does mean we're in an uptrend. And I suspect we could see it maybe reach 75, 77k, maybe even 78k. According to Lambo, our trader, he's put it as the final stop loss for the Bitcoin short he's trying to get into is 77k. I would have said 78 personally. but he's his own trader. If that was me taking the trade, I might put the DCA a little bit lower at 78. But either way, I think we do see a reversal, probably Bitcoin. I think worst case, I think there's a possibility Bitcoin reaches into the 80s. I don't think we surpass 85k. I think Bitcoin is more than likely going to see some form of reversal in the zone here. I think absolute worst case, we will probably reverse low 90s. I don't see us reaching above 100. If we do, then I'm wrong. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and trade at your discretion, but I do not see us reaching above 100. I see we have a momentary dead cat bounce, relief rally, a lot of shorts getting liquidated based on positive macro news and fundamental news. And then we see the continuation of a downtrend fueled by still overwhelming fear, FUD, sentiment, the wars, whatever else could happen, because frankly, every weekend something happens right now. It's only a matter of time, let's be real. Because keep in mind as well, also, come Friday, you have non-farm payroll. That is going to be huge. That's going to very much determine how the market's going to react going into the next week. We're not going to get rate cuts in March, so don't expect that, but it will very much determine how either Jerome Powell's going to finish his term or how Kevin Walsh is going to start his term, depending on the forthcoming macro reports. And that'll determine whether Bitcoin makes that push above the 80Ks or gets rejected around here and then makes a short coming back down, which I think around this zone here is my current thesis. Of course, once more, do your own research and trade at your own discretion. But this is what the stuff I'm trying to teach always in the VIP, and this is why I am bullish in the medium to long term. This is the opportunity for us to continue making some gains. Right now, our community has been focusing a lot more on trade. Of course, we're still investing in there. We've got our picks, our assets that we're looking into investing into, but we're trying to find our entry zones. And we believe they are approaching. So we're going to wait for those entry zones that we still think are very likely to happen. And in the meantime, we're making trades. We'll see the pullback happen, and then come probably Q2 time, maybe more so late Q2, we'll start seeing that bottom formed and the push following the ISM, following a new Fed chair, they'll start hopefully lowering rates or even issuing liquidity. Because the bottom line as well is, if, God forbid, this war keeps on going, there's going to be a lack of, the Fed is going to have to start printing money to keep, subsidizing this war. The war's expensive. So there is a lot riding on this. It's a lot riding on this right now. And we can also see, Bitcoin, gold's holding at these support levels right now, silver, oil still high. So fundamentally, nothing's changed too much. Just that we are now seeing a great green market. For me, I am, as I keep reiterating, I'm looking closely for the opportunity to short this. Because I think this is a bull trap. I think this is a bull trap. We'll see a short opportunity. We'll make the gains off that. And then we'll buy those dips, DCA into those dips. And when the market reverses, millionaires will be made. Comfortably, millionaires will be made. Because this is going to be a generational cycle with AI getting involved, with other major developments getting involved. For example, to get some Casper updates, we spoke about this on Tuesday, which is yesterday. With Casper, with Wolfie, myself, and Crypto Pumps. Casplex have now officially confirmed, or Zell has confirmed, courtesy of Casplex and KEF, that both Circle and Tether are live on their platform, which is really, really big news. Really big news. There have been some controversies and questions around it, which we'll get into in this stream as well, or briefly. We could talk about it. But I made the post here on my page. Stablecoins, Circle and Tether are officially live on Casper through the Casper Layer 2, which is massive, and a massive step forward for Casper becoming a global sequencer. The ABA, which for your information is the American Bank Association, they recently confirmed that tokenization is essential for the future of financial infrastructure. And stablecoins are a key feature into unlocking this future. The bottom line is Layer 1 protocols are becoming more desirable as banks strive to become the tokenized world assets, and they'll be able to choose, and they'll want to choose the fastest, cheapest, and most secure option out there, which will be the best benefit for their clients. You can see right here, Brooke, SVP, Innovation and Strategy here, While there is plenty of hype surrounding stablecoins and questions about how adoption will grow, the bigger story is why customers might choose to use tokenized money in the first place. For banks, the opportunity lies in looking past the terminology and focusing on customer needs. Even if customers aren't asking for tokenized deposit or stablecoins, they will increasingly expect the underlying capabilities, moving funds 24/7 on a Sunday, any day, every day, on holidays, settling payments instantly, triggering transfers based on milestones, or improve liquidity. Banks should assess where these functionalities could reduce friction and add value across payment flows as tokenization scales across capital markets and banking. Understanding the benefits behind the buzz will be essential. There is zero doubt that tokenization stablecoins is the future. It's being built on blockchain rails. No doubt about that. It's not even questionable. That is why having stablecoins on Casper, be it natively, be it through a layer 2, is so imperative and so important, because it gives the proof of concept that banks require to consider that protocol. Right now, they'll be looking at your major chains, your Trons, your Ethereums, your Solanas, your Bitcoin, I guess. They'll look at the major chains, your XLMs, your XRP ledgers, whatever, maybe your SUIs. They'll look at all the chains. Hyperliquid. They'll look at all the chains. And then they'll decide from there which is the best for them. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to stick with them forever, but they'll decide what's best for them. For me, Casper's got some major upgrades coming through soon that will massively bolster the protocol security, speed, its cost as well. That'll make it a lot more desirable. I asked the question, why else do you think the KRI chose Casper? Because they see the benefit of the technology and the infrastructure. It would be the best protocol for AI agents, for stablecoins. It'd be the best platform going forward. And frankly speaking, stablecoins make it a lot more easier for users or even AI bots, whatever maybe, to just transact, because people prefer using the one-to-one. Stablecoins are a lot more easier to utilize. Once you get AI on board, so stablecoins also benefit AI. Once you get stablecoins on board, these AI agents are going to end up transacting stablecoins on top of the protocol, and they're going to choose the cheapest, the fastest, the easiest protocol to use, which for them will be Casper. Stablecoins is a stepping stone for me for making AI even more efficient on the protocol. So this is a fantastic step, massive step, and this is one of my institutional documents. It came out March 2nd, 2026. You can find out more documentation like this, market analysis, trading alerts, and much more. Breakdowns in the VIP community right here. If you want to find out more, links are down below in the description, or at the very least, you can check out the free Discord server down below in the description and just chill, chat, and tune in there. And you can even see some of the stuff going on in the VIP in there. For example, the P&Ls, because we do post the P&Ls in our VIP community. We post some of them in our profit section as well, which is for everyone and anyone to use. But the P&Ls is for our VIP community who post the profits in there, or the gains and trade to be making from our traders, from the BYDFI traders, and even our community as well. So if you want to find out more, make gains in the market, get ahead of the markets, links are down below in the description. If you sign up right now, you get a 7-day free trial. And if you check out BYDFI and follow the steps in the Get VIP Access channel, you can get a 1-month free trial as well. If you want to find out more, links are in the description below or in the Discord server. Good evening, Dan, brother. You're doing very, very well. And you too, Wing Hong. We moon yet? Not yet, but we are looking stronger. Stronger every day. I look beautiful. I appreciate you very, very much, my man. Welcome back, Dreamcast. Finally became a Casper shark this week, aiming for 2 mil for 2026. Massive congrats to you, bro. Keep on stacking that bag. I have full faith in you. Make yourself and everyone proud, my man. Wash is priced in. Pump is because Kosh P rotating into Bitcoin. I want to say Wash was priced in. I think Wash was speculated originally, and that did cause a lot of headwinds. When we heard Kevin Wash first announced, a lot of people were quite upset by it because they perceived him quite a hawkish Fed. So they weren't happy about it. And that caused the market to dump. And now you've had confirmation. It's different when there's speculation and confirmation. Now, I do think the negativity of Wash, how it was priced in, but it was still a speculative post or speculative belief that war should take over. Now the White House confirmed it's taken over. The negativity is already been priced in. So now it's like, okay, we have confirmation now. We have no more uncertainty. Time to pump. That's my perception of that. Albeit that for me was not the main reason for this pump. It was one of the reasons. For me, the main reasons come down to the ISM. The ISM, which are deemed as forward-looking indicators. Typically, this data reflects what's going to happen in the next few months, whatever. ISM is printing above 50, and it's either holding strong or rallying, which for me is a very significant indicator highlighting the business cycle is growing again. As you look at the ISM, you're staying below. This is one of the worst, like, I've had that 3 years almost, or over 3 years. We haven't had that sort of terrible, like, last time we saw that would have been, and even here, you know, this was a 3-year span back here. You know, back in the 1989 type of era. We haven't had ISM this low, below 50 for so long. For the first time ever, we saw ISM spike above 50, and it's holding strong. That's manufacturing. It's not even talking about services, which are doing even better. So that is that's for me the biggest reason why we've seen the market pump. Amongst this as well, which is also a big catalyst for everyone to understand that crypto is now officially taking its role in the new financial system, with Kraken being, frankly, the fact that it's Kraken and not Coinbase for me is crazy, but Kraken is the first one to become an official, gaining the access as well, you know? Crazy. Welcome back, Greg Brother. You're doing very, very well. And welcome back, Autumn Film once more. Bullrun soon. Soon is relative. If I was to give a time frame on it, based on my experience in crypto, 6+, 7+ years in crypto right now, based on the research I've been doing to the VIPs and whatnot, I think we start seeing a recovery late Q2, maybe early Q3. That's my current thesis. I think we'll see some reliefs along the way. We'll see some pullbacks along the way, but I think you'll start seeing that proper recovery by latest Q3. That's my hope right now. I don't think it's gonna. I don't personally believe it's gonna take until October, which means it's a typical 4-year cycle. You have a 1-year corrective cycle. If you look at typical bull to bear, you have it here, November 2021. You saw the bottom down here in November 2022. Similarly, back here, you go from December 2017, bottom here of December 2018. So you typically have a 1-year corrective cycle before the bottom's been priced in, and then the market starts to make that slow but gradual recovery. I don't think it's going to be a year this time. I don't. We had a top in October 10th, 2025. I think we see the reversal earlier, because of the ISM, because of the business cycle, because of the regulations coming through, because of AI. I think the reversal comes through sooner. And that for me and if that does happen, that for me discredits the 4-year cycle theory and coincides with most of the business cycle theory. The fact that we had QT on for so long and it finally ended, and now you've got the ISM above 50 and it's growing, that for me is quite a key indicator. And you got your typical bullish, KOLs and figureheads like Tom Lee saying that was the bottom. I don't believe that. Not right now, at least. For me to believe that we're out, for me, I still have to see above 116k. Right now, I still have to see above 116k Bitcoin to be like, oh yeah, we're definitely now going to the next leg of the bear market. The next leg of the bull market. Apologies. We have to surpass 116 for us to see that. I would be surprised for us to surpass 100 in this move. I would be more likely to see Bitcoin make a reversal before 78 or late 80s. That's my current thesis, and we'll see how it goes from here. Looks like you gained some muscle. How you been working now? I haven't been here for 2 months. No, it's an optical illusion. His camera is filming at a weird angle. What do you mean, man? I can't have muscles? No, it's the lighting. Well, I mean, I do stay in shape. I'm not just sitting behind my computer all the time. All the same, that I have got my dinner here, which I will be eating once I've done today's stream. It's been a long day, so I had to order a pizza today to get my normal, home cooked meals that I make. It's had a very long day. But no, I mean, I stay active in my personal life. I play football. I occasionally will go. I'll play football. I go gym. Like, so yeah. I'm not unfit. I'm not. I haven't got my ideal dream body, if that's the way you want to put it. But I have definition. I'm also, genetically speaking, I've got, as you can probably tell from my complexion, I've got some black heritage, and that genetic is also an advantage for muscle definition. So I'm blessed in that aspect as well. Anyway, to get some more updates, market's looking strong. To quickly fire off some altcoins that I am currently looking into, and also to get some more Casper updates in respect of these developments here. I'm looking still at Solana. It's not a high multiplier play, but it is quite a secure, safe altcoin bet to go into Solana. As we mentioned previously, and it's not changed, anything below $85 Solana is a great buy for me. We're currently above that right now. We could see Solana make a return above 100 in the short term, but I would not be surprised to see Solana come back down to this bottom support here of the 70s again. So if that happens, then I'll be scooping some back of Solana. Anything below 85 is great for Solana. In the theory that we do return to all-time highs, Solana right now, 85, you're looking at about a 3.5x. It's not bad at all. So I would not be against getting a bag of Solana. Of course, Casper. Right now, for reference, I hold stablecoins. Been holding stablecoins since Bitcoin lost 98k. I was very transparent about that. I sold a lot of my crypto around 98k. Once we lost this level here, I sold a lot of it, and I have not bought into anything else since. I've mentioned some other cryptos that I've wanted to get into, but I've not bought into anything yet. There's one I even mentioned recently to my VIPs in our roundtable on Sunday, or Monday even, I should say, that I'm looking to get into, but right now I'm just not ready yet, because I think the market can go lower. I don't think I'm going to miss the market just yet. I still believe we've got lower to go. And I've got a lot of stable coins, but I'm also holding Casper. So worst case scenario for me here is that I'm not exposed to the market enough, what crypto pumps, and I miss on a lot of the altcoin bottoms. But I will be in Casper anyways, so that'll be fine. But at the same time, I have a lot of confidence right now that this is not a bull market like trajectory. I think it's still a bull trap. We'll see the pullback, and then we'll find the bottom, and then we'll get in the bottom, and then we'll ride the wave up. But the only time I'll admit that I am wrong in that aspect is if we start getting above 106k Bitcoin, I'll be more inclined to be like, oh, okay, maybe we could be looking at in the next leg of the bull run, and the business cycle theory being absolutely correct in that aspect, which is something that, if I get what do I want to get up? I want to get Bitwise. Would Bitwise be the good one? I had a documentation from Bitwise way back once upon a time, which spoke about this is in my VIP. I think I already posted this one on Twitter anyways, but Bitcoin's long-term capital market assumption. We believe the Bitcoin historic 4-year cycle is no longer relevant, although we caution that Bitcoin is still subject to significant drawdowns. That is precisely what's happening right now for me. We're seeing the drawdowns because we're still in a volatile market where crypto's not fully risk off yet. It's still risk avert. It's still not risk avert, but we are, by and large, with the ISM now expanding, potentially going into the next move. Talks about what is important to understand these macroeconomics, easy to forecast, but also one thing's important is America's got a lot of debt. America's got a hell of a lot of debt right now, and it's only increasing more so now. Trump's new bills and policies actually increase the debt, which means that also further accelerates de-dollarization, and therefore determines that you need more of a safe haven to counteract that. Ray Dalio wrote, when countries have too much debt, lowering interest rates and devaluing the currency that debt is denominated in is the preferred path government policymakers are most likely to take, so it pays to bet on that happening. Debt keeps rising, they've got to refinance that debt. That's why Trump's been so adamant on getting low debt right now, because with the refund, all the debt, the loans they took out back around the COVID pandemic, they're reaching their due date now. They're having to pay, and at the time when they were printing the money, the interest rates were at 0. Now interest rates are at, 3%, whatever they are, 3.25%, whatever it is right now. It's a lot higher. So they have to lower the interest rate to not have to pay a premium on top of that. That's why there's a strong belief right now we're going to see more rate cuts under Kevin Walsh as well. It talks also about there's a strong chance we believe Bitcoin will gain a seat as an alternative asset in the next decade to become a world reserve currency of sorts. It won't just be one. It won't just be the dollar anymore. It's going to be the dollar and other things as well. So you want to find out more. That's just one of my institutional sources in there, which talks about the 4-year cycle theory. That's Bitwise. We have stuff in there from, I believe, Grayscale, stuff in there from Signum Bank, and many, many more. All links down below are in the description. But what was I even talking about there? Oh yeah, just this about if we are going extended from here. Yeah, so that's in the theory of if we miss, that's me tangent on from if we don't do a bull cycle straight away, which I don't think we're going to do just yet. I think we still got a bit more time, and then we're going to see the cycle recover quite quickly. Casper, we know that Casper, I'm looking at Quant as a CBDC hedge, because while America aren't pushing that out right now, they will become a global thing. Every other nation and government wants CBDCs, Japan, UK, in Europe as well, and many other regions. And Quant right now is the operating system that is front and center, connecting these systems together in UK, Europe, and Japan. There's documentation to prove that. So I think Quant is a good hedge for when that happens. It is proof of stake. It is centralized. There's a risk to it. I'm fully aware of that. Of course, you do your own research, but I'm aware of that. That is why. But I'm willing to take the risk in that off the back that we see Quant make a strong push from here. And I'd be comfortable. I'd be happy with a 3, 4, whatever X with Quant. Looking also, I did talk about Canton once upon a time. I'm still looking at Canton for similar reasons. I still think we see Canton go lower. I'm hoping we see Canton reach the bottom of the support band here, like bottom round here, maybe a little bit lower. But of course, time will tell. Ondu, connection to BlackRock, said that time and time again. I still think Ondu can make a push down to 20 cents. If we do that, I'm buying Ondu there. Those are my real world asset plays. There are some other ones. I still look at Zebek. Haven't really touched Zebek in a minute, but I do think Zebek still does hold some promise, especially as their recent partnership with Canton. If you haven't seen that, I'd recommend looking that up. That could be a big play for Zebek. I think Zebek can come down into this zone. If Zebek comes to the zone here, I'll probably put I'll put like 1% of my portfolio into Zebek here, because I'm not, when I'm getting back in, I'm not going to be putting 20%, 20%, 20%. Like I'm going to be incremental. So my bag right now is probably about 50 Casper, 50% Casper, 50% stablecoins. Also going back in once I get to the entry zones. Some projects like Tau, for example, I'm putting probably like 10% of my bag into that. I'll be comfortable putting 10% in Tau, because I have a good conviction in Tau. And similarly with Render, it'd be about between 8 to 10% as well. The real world asset aspects, Quant would be about 5% probably, Ondu 5%, Canton be maybe 2, Zebek 1. Virtuals, similar story there. Virtuals, I believe Virtual probably be about 5% as well. And I'm waiting for these sort of entry zones down here, sub 50 cents. And then you've got your other plays that I mentioned exclusive to my VIPs that I've not talked about publicly here. And even your high risk plays as well, your stuff like POW, which is AI play, high risk. I put like 0.5% of my bag in that. Very small risk, but it's still enough capital that it's capital that I'm expecting effectively that I could lose it, but it's a gamble that I'm willing to take. And if it plays off, I mean, look what happened to POW at the beginning of the year. In the span of literally like 2 weeks, it made a 4.5x. So if I was putting 0.5% of my bag in that, I'm still going to be a lot of money, and I make a big gain off that. And then in theory, the AI does take off and power catches onto that wave. For argument's sake, it returns to all-time highs. You're looking at it currently at 0.017. For argument's sake, you're looking at, 4,500% gain in that? That's ridiculous. That's, of course, hypothetical, of course, and it's not guaranteed, but that in itself is why I put like a very small bag in that. That's just to list some of the assets that are in my VIP community. If you are part of the VIP, you'll be able to get access to the spot investment channel, and you can see all the Google Drive documents, the deep dives into the project that we're looking into and why we're looking into them. There will be a new one added this week. I believe it's going to be added on Friday is my goal. And you'll see, you know, the breakdown of why we're looking into it and the zone we're looking into it at and everything else. You want to find out that sort of stuff out, and the entry zones and whatnot, alongside trading, alongside alpha documentation and institutional insights and market breakdowns, giving a full rundown to keep us ahead of the market. So you can check that out in the VIP. And check out the 7-day free trial as well. Links are down below in the description. You look so much like Sneaker, I can't stop thinking about it. I don't know if that's a compliment or insult. I mean, the guy's rich and he's not ugly, I guess, so thank you. But I don't think he's got a massive popularity streak, so I'm gonna just move on. You don't like Goku and Dragon Ball Z? Now, I know that's not true. Goku's got some insane hair. And I'm bald. There's a reason why I wear this hat all the time. I am bald. I have not got a hairline. I will be going to Turkey once my Kaspa bag makes its gains. Welcome back, doll. Kiss me and then just touch me till I get my satisfaction. As you are, brother. As you are. You're the whitest black man I've ever seen. Funnily enough, that's what all my mates say as well. And you're not incorrect. I'm not got the darkest complexion. I also, you know, I've gone through my ups and downs. I'm not privileged, you know. I've gone through my own turbulation. I've had my roles in life. That's why I'm where I'm at right now. What I've done has been off my own back, you know. I've worked hard to get where I'm at right now, and I continue to work hard. But I do understand the perception that people can make from people. So I always try to act in a proper way that will be perceived respectfully. And I guess not hostile as well. Good evening, guys. I hope you're doing very, very well, my man. Now, to get into some updates real quickly. Casper also made the announcement here about Circle and Tether and how they are supporting the Binance Smart Chain and soon to also be Tron and Ethereum, which is significant because Tron and Ethereum are the two biggest ecosystems for stablecoins. So there's going to be good interoperability with Casper, therefore Casper, to three of the biggest chains, Binance Smart Chain, Tron and Ethereum on stablecoins. That is fantastic, massive news, and that will be a great benefit to Casper going forward as the market starts to recover, as adoption starts coming in, making it beneficial, especially with AI agents coming on board as well. They can actually transact and communicate with the other chains as well. Fantastic news in that regard. Only shortcoming here, which has been spoken about, is the extortionate fee, the service fee of 10 USDC, which means but here's the thing, right? We haven't heard too much about it. I believe we have seen from Casplex here saying that's going to be more documentation provided in the coming days or weeks from KEF, from Johnny. But as it comes down from right now, if you're transacting, you know, a couple thousand or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions back and forth on chain, it's still a flat of $10. So you're not paying. If you're transacting millions, what's $10 to you, right? But in the instance that you're maybe not as a whale and you're transacting, 50, you're then losing 20%, which is that's the issue that's being raised right now. And we don't exactly know the reasoning, but we know the reasoning behind the fee is that there's got to be a service so they can continue running it. We understand that aspect. That's not illogical, right? But there is a complication and concern with how extortionate the fee seems to be for those who are not as financially secure, to put it that way. If you've not got a lot of capital, $10 can be quite a lot. But if you've got a few thousand, then that's not going to be as significant to you. You know, Casper Silver spoke about it here and talked about how this $10 could be a huge barrier for mass adoption because. And I think that's also something interesting, right? If your target market is more wealthy individuals, this won't be a concern. But by and large, for I guess majority of retail and albeit Caspians, they aren't ridiculously like whales wealthy. And therefore having that $10 could be quite a big barrier for entry for them. So it depends on who their target market is. If their target market is the wealthy and that's how they perceive it, then fine, $10, whatever. But if their target market is the entire Casper community, that's going to be a struggle for them because most people will want to use that. $10 is that perceived as quite a lot for some people. To exit and enter multiple times within the Casper network, but for me personally, I won't be too much of an issue since once I'm on Casper, I want to stay on Casper. Yeah, like it is one of those ones like, right, if you're staying on Casper, it's not a big issue, right? But it's just the concept of it alone. It's still quite a lot. But if we could stay within Casper, that would be really, really awesome as well. We got this update here from KF as well. So I think it's before the documentation comes out anyways, but here you got it from KF just saying $10 is a one-time fixed amount, not percentage. If you bridge in and out 20, the bridge will cost 50%. If you bridge in and out 200, the fee is 5%. If you bridge in and out 20,000 the fee is 0.5%, which is talking about, again, it's the cost, right? If you spend $20, it costs 50% of your transaction fee. It's just $200, it's only 5%. So it's still a flat fee, right? The fee standard. Here are fees of other bridge services in the picture. $10 is a lot compared to the very low layer 1 transaction cost. Thanks for the excellent Casper technology. Unfortunately, $10 is still cheap for EVM chain bridges. So apparently, according to KEF and Casplex, $10 is a lot for the Casper community, but comparatively to other EVM chains, it's actually quite low. Fee collected by KEF will be used to support Casper Layer 1 initiatives as we always do. And then Johnny said that Casper Silver are supposedly, and it smells again like a moral question, and it seems we will ask an ethical pricing. I believe it is. The fee is transparent and is fair to market players. There can be competition and anyone can build a bridge with lower fees and sell that service. The implication here is concerning. Some seem to think that they should enjoy free non-profit services from devs, builders, infrastructure providers. And I mean, yes and no. I don't think this community expect free. I don't think we expect free, but I think, especially considering the current market sentiment, we, generally speaking, Caspians perceive $10 as quite a lot. I think that's it. We see $10 like $10 is quite a lot, but it depends on your holdings, right? If you're a fish, then $10 is probably quite a lot for you. If you're a shark or a whale, $10 is nothing, right? I know. I've had a piece of their sitting for an hour. I'm gonna eat it. Trust me. I'm gonna be shutting off very, very shortly. We're almost reaching the hour mark, anyways, or on the hour, anyways. But yeah, I mean that's interesting, right? I'm sure we'll hear more updates from it in the short future about the reasoning behind it and whatnot. But either way, I still think it's good to have the stablecoins here now. That in itself is good. Whether you want to use it or not, it's down to you. Having stablecoins here now is good. We've got IGA coming out as well at the end of this month. So we are getting the real important features that brings more adoption to Casper coming out front and center. And it's up to you if you want to use Curve or another service or IGA. Like, it's completely down to you, right? But it's good to see this stuff being built now. Finally, it's fantastic to see. IGA have their first DAO proposal. Also quite interesting, which we might cover another stream right now. But it's very, very cool stuff here. And this individual who is a dev who has been working on atomic swaps and now so the Casper Ethereum atomic swap protocol is being acquired by a private investor and will be rebranding to Hashlock Finance. So that is also pretty interesting as well. It's stepping back from day-to-day operations to focus on ZK knowledge. So he was working on atomic swaps and now he's handed it off to another private investor because he needs to focus on ZK. But this is also interesting. We've seen some developments and announcements regarding this atomic swap, and apparently it was going quite well. So it's good to see that it's still going forward. And now we got the dev who figured out atomic swaps focusing back on ZK again. Can't complain in that aspect as well. Everything I've proven so far, the peer-to-peer infrastructure, sub 3-minute settlements, the CCR mechanism continues under a new brand. If anything, it accelerates things due to the large resource availability. We are really cooking right now in the Casper community right now. That's why I made bullish on this project. And I'm sure in the near future I'll start talking about other updates from other projects as well. Or just talk more about market stuff and just have more of a conversation in these streams. We'll see where it goes, But this is good stuff. The final update, which I won't be going into too much detail here, there's a new release. I think it's a rusty Casper update release here from Michael Sutton here. Release version 1.10 I haven't had the chance to look through this just yet. Not just yet, but to me, it sounds really interesting. It looks really big. I'm pretty sure Cody, one of my mods, forwarded this into our community. So it talks about, a major software update for Rusty Casper, which is the high-performance version of Casper Node software written in Rust programming language. Talks about performance and storage gains, IBD, which I believe is quite important for those who are running nodes. VSPC version 2 for the integrators, for the Stratum bridge, which is an official bridge for miners, allowing them to talk directly to the Rusty Casper node more efficiently. And then other elements it's important to implementing Covenants plus in the future as well. So we'll get to that post, this massive update, probably into tomorrow's stream. But this is, once more, stuff is developing significantly quickly right now in Casper. Once more, each to your own, Dell. I appreciate you, I guess. You look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. I don't. I really don't. That is a compliment though. So yeah, chat's kind of crazy today. But you know, we have it now and then. I don't hate it. It's not, as long as it's not a reoccurring thing, I don't mind it. It's actually quite tame because when you have Mr. Miles here daily, oh, it was so bad. The guy would just start asking you random questions about British stuff and about me apparently terrorizing him every single day. That was bad. Welcome back, Indigenous. Great work, QC. Thanks for your crypto officer perception. I appreciate it very, very much. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. And we'll be here daily. You know the deal. But yeah, you're welcome. I'll continue doing this because I love doing it anyways. I feel really, I don't know, rewarded in doing this. Just the work I do. I'm happy that I do this. I enjoy it. 5-10 minute job done. Yeah. Are you talking about me heating it up or talking about me eating it? Because it could be either or, honestly. Talking about quick. Oh yeah, I was Eminem there, firing off the laptop really, really quickly. Because I realized now my pizza is getting cold and I want to eat it. I'm quite hungry. I just came from playing football. So that's also why I'm in this attire right now. But yeah, with that being said, I've got food to eat. So if you enjoy the content, family, as always, the stream, please leave a like. Helps me out so much when you know. Share with your friends, subscribe for more. The market, I don't think we're coming back from it just yet. I think we still got some more downtrends, but we've got a bit of a relief. So bask in the relief, and then we'll get ready for the drawback, get in the bottoms, and ride that wave to the top. You want to get ahead of the market, check out the free Discord server, check out the VIP as well. Get so much more in-depth information in there, from trading alerts, staying ahead of the market, making gains, macro updates, market updates, alpha documentation, and much more. You want to see the pizza? Oh, I'm aching so much. There you go. Half and half, barbecue chicken, and then... Oh, look, I thought... Okay, well, I said American hot. I'm just seeing pepperoni here, so they screwed me over. How dare they? But yeah, half and half barbecue pizza and pepperoni. Manch rebranded and went up 70%. Rug incoming. Say swear. That's going to be our final thing we end on right now. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's that for you. That's a CTO. That's a full-on CTO. Yeah, you can see. Look at that on CoinMarketCap. You got, this is the all-time chart as well, by the way. You can't even see them. You can't even see the massive crash. Let me see. Here's the old one, OM, and now it's gone to Mantra. Undergo a 1-to-4 swap. That is very, very typical in the stock market. When your asset crashes a lot, you then go do a swap. And oh, is it a swap? What's it called? Oh, you know what? I need brain food. I can't think. But yeah, that is, yeah. I would still steer very much clear of this project. Very much clear of it. Yeah, no pineapple. Don't get me wrong, and it's controversial. Pineapple is not that bad, but will I order it? No. If I was offered a pizza and I was hungry and there was pineapple on it, I would eat it. It's not the worst, but I would never go out of my way to order a Hawaiian. Not a bit of me, personally. But yes, I'm hungry. So if you enjoy, family, leave a like, you know the deal. If you want to find out more, check out the VIP. All information down below in the description. Come chat in the Discord server. That being said, family, have a great day, a great evening, a good night. and I will see you all in the next one.